everybody, this is Marlon of 1995. It's time for another Transformers discussion. And I have some big news to talk about. We have release dates for the next three. Yeah, that's right, the next three Transformers movies. So, Transformers 5 comes out on June 23rd of 2017, so that's next summer. And then we have another Transformers movie coming out the very next year, in 2018, and that'll be on June 8th, so it'll be a little bit earlier than usual Transformers movie release dates. And then, the next year, in 2019, on June 28th, we will have the 7th Transformers movie. So that's going to be 3 straight years of a Transformers movie during the summer. So, this is drastically different than any kind of release date for a Transformers movie to this point. We have never had back-to-back years of a Transformers movie, and for the past couple movies, it's been a 3-year gap rather than a 2-year gap. Well, going into Transformers 5, I mean. So, the gap between Transformers 3 and Transformers 4 was 3 years, and it's going to be the same going into Transformers 5. But for the next 3 films, it's just going to be a 1-year wait. So, that's some crazy stuff right there. So they've really prepared these upcoming movies. Now, let's look at the release date information here. So, Transformers 5, like I said, is going to be coming out on June 23rd of 2017. That is the exact same day that Wonder Woman is supposed to be releasing. Now, it's quite something when you have 2 big blockbuster movies being released on the same exact day. That typically does not go well as far as making as much money as you possibly can for a movie. Now, there's a couple of things that can happen here. The release date for Transformers 5 could change, but I don't feel like that is something that's actually going to be happening because I don't really know of a time when they've changed. Now, I might be wrong, but I don't know of a time where they've changed the release date for the movie other than a couple of days. Maybe, like they've done like, oh, it's out June 28th, let's say, and they move it to June 26th, stuff like that. But as far as a week or two, actually they might have done it with Transformers Dark of the Moon. I'd have to double check on that. But it's not common. Now, Wonder Woman is going to be the first of its kind. It's going to be a female superhero movie, which is something, fairly new to the superhero movie brand. Now, they could take the risk and go up against Transformers, which did not do domestically that well with the last film. Now, it's been a big box office success internationally, but it went down a lot for Transformers 4 as far as the domestic box office. They could take that gamble. Or they could go ahead and move the Wonder Woman release date, which would guarantee that the movie would have success, and that would actually probably in turn end up helping Transformers 5 as well. Or both movies could just take the gamble and just go for that release date, and it'll be just whatever movie comes out on top comes out on top. It would be, I think, a big gamble for Transformers in a way where there has not been a Transformers film that has not opened #1 in the US. So I feel like there would be some big competition if they were to go up against Wonder Woman. So that's something to consider as well. Transformers 6 will be coming out in the June of 2018, and that'll be right up against the Godzilla sequel. If I was, I think it's Warner Brothers that's doing the Godzilla sequel, I would move the release date for that because Transformers outperformed Godzilla by far in box office, so I feel like it would be smart for them to go ahead and move the date. I could see Transformers 6 staying there and not moving. Now with Transformers 7, there is nothing that's big released on that week, so they're pretty much in the clear. Now The Incredibles 2 does come out a week before, so it's a Pixar film that's been having a long-awaited sequel, so I could see where it could maybe hurt the box office slightly in the Transformers case, but I don't see any big reason to move around. And remember, in the summer, there's a lot of summer blockbusters, so it's good to kind of find that 1 or 2 week area where there's really not much going on, and I think it's a good spot as far as Transformers 7 goes. So, Transformers 5, will be Michael Bay's last movie, so he says. Now, I can guarantee you that Michael Bay will not be directing Transformers 6 since it comes out the very next year. The scheduling would just not work out for him to do 2 movies practically at one time, because Transformers 6 would begin filming as Transformers 5 is still being worked on in post-production. So Michael Bay would not be able to do that unless they filmed it back to back. But I really don't see that happening. I think that Bay could come back for Transformers 7, but definitely Transformers 6 will not be a Michael Bay directed movie. So Mark Wahlberg will be coming back for Transformers 5, that is a guarantee, and that most likely means that Nicola Peltz and Jack Reynor will be back as well, but that has not been officially announced yet, but I would expect that announcement to be coming fairly soon, as they will begin filming in a couple months. So we should be seeing some more casting information fairly soon on that. Now, what's interesting about Transformers 6 is it's not going to be a direct Transformers sequel. It is going to be a spin-off in the form of Bumblebee. It is going to be a Bumblebee-centered movie. That's pretty much all the information we have at this point. Not sure about the human cast, the timeline of when it's going to be happening. It's just going to be centered around Bumblebee. Now, I feel like there's a possibility where we could see Mark Wahlberg and company back for Transformers 6, and I also could see a high possibility of seeing a different human cast for this specific movie, since it is a spin-off. And that's actually what I would want. I would want kind of, if it's a spin-off movie, I would want something different than the main films. So I would be a go for that, especially if maybe they could bring back some older characters from the original trilogy. That would be cool as well. And then there is no word on Transformers 7 as far as what it's going to be involving, like if it is going to be another spin-off, if it is going to have the main cast as far as like Mark Wahlberg, Nicola Peltz, and everyone. So that's all up in the air. So we do have some specific news regarding Transformers 5 and Transformers 6, but nothing yet on Transformers 7. So that was quite big news, and it was because of Hasbro releasing these release dates. They did like a cool little image of, I think it was a toy Bumblebee, looking up at like the upcoming attractions at a movie theater. And they actually called it the Bumblebee movie, and I guarantee you that will not be the title of the movie. If it is, then that's really stupid. I am interested to see if they are going to be calling it like Transformers something, or call it, I don't know, because I really don't feel like naming it Bumblebee and then subtitle would be a good idea. I don't know. I feel like you have to have Transformers in the name, but it is not a Transformers movie, it's a specific Bumblebee movie. So I am curious to know what the title for that film is going to be. And then I'm really excited to be following the filming for Transformers 5, which, like I said, is going to be coming up in a couple of months. And if filming is anywhere near where I live, you can bet that I am going to be trying to be an extra in this film. That's something that I wanted to do with Transformers 4 and even Transformers 3, but there was just nothing in my area where I would be able to, so it wasn't really that close. And Transformers 3, I thought I would have had a shot because they were filming the whole NASA stuff pretty close, but they only had the extras could only be people that worked at NASA, as far as I could tell. And I was also under 18 at that time, so I don't think they had anything for kids in that thing, because it was all, people like at their job. So that's pretty much it, I believe. So 3 Transformers sequels, Transformers 5, the spin-off, and Transformers 6/7 will be coming out in the next 3 years, 2017, 18, and 19. I'm really excited. So what do you guys think about this whole new cinematic universe direction that they're taking? Let me know in the comment section below. Make sure to like me on social media. We got Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram for behind-the-scenes stuff as far as what's going on in the channel, as well as other things happening, and just some other stuff that you would not see directly on my YouTube channel. So go ahead and check those out. Make sure to give me a like and a follow. And until next time, I am Marlon, Fan 1995. See you guys.